So we've just had a small group of us meeting at the Western Hotel. We were there to greet ALP party donors at a function that both the state and the federal energy ministers were speaking at, Martin Ferguson and Peter Batchelor. They were there to talk about Australia's future energy supplies and renewable energy, which is kind of ironic because both of them are actually throwing money at a new coal-fired power station. They've given $150 million to a company called HRL, which plans to build a coal-fired power station in the Latrobe Valley that would burn brown coal. They're calling it clean coal technology because it's going to dry the coal a little bit and make it slightly more efficient than the worst power stations in the Latrobe Valley, but still more polluting, or it's equivalent in pollution to a black coal power station in New South Wales. So if the project goes ahead, it'll contribute 2.5 million tonnes of greenhouse pollution each year.
To raise awareness of the government's $150 million pledge to this new coal-fired power plant, we've come up with this stunt idea. And here we have a media release from the Minister for Resources, Peter Batchelor. And here we have a sticker that says, "Unravel the government's spin about clean coal." And what you do is you rip the sticker and unravel the piece of paper. And inside the line continues, it says, "And you'll discover a dirty secret." And what we have here is a piece of black coal from New South Wales. And the reason we've used black coal is because the government's clean coal plant will actually have the same emissions intensity as a black coal plant, so it's not really clean at all. And the reason the government claims it's clean is because they'll be burning brown coal and they'll be drying it so that it's slightly more efficient than it usually is. However, brown coal is much dirtier than black coal to begin with. So making brown coal cleaner actually just means that the emissions intensity will be the same as a black coal plant. And we've given this to some members of the Labor Party, I believe, and also some business leaders who were attending a Labor Party fundraising function. And we're going to come back tonight and give these to, hopefully, Peter Batchelor himself. And that's about it, really. And we hope that it raises awareness of this ridiculous idea of giving money to a coal-fired power plant we don't need.
So we attended the Western Hotel. We were aiming to hand out these little parcels of coal to the donors and hopefully also to the ministers again. But basically we were going to hand out these packages, which is a media release from the Minister for Resources, Peter Batchelor, which is announcing the approval of a new coal-fired power station just last year. I'm not sure why we're approving coal-fired power stations in 2008, but they tried to. And then it's got a little green sticker on it, unravel the government's spin about clean coal. And so you open the parcel and you open it up and the delegates get dirty black coal all over their hands and they discover the dirty secret. And there's some really good text there about how this is black coal. If you pick it up, you rub it, roll it in your palm, see how it leaves soot on your fingertips. This soot has a carbon content of more than 70%, which is why burning black coal is one of the dirtiest ways to generate electricity. And of course there's only one way of generating electricity that's more dirty than burning black coal, and that's to burn brown coal, which is what we're planning on doing here in Victoria, and how over 90% of Victoria's energy is currently generated. So we'll be back here again tonight to make our point to Ministers Batchelor and Ferguson. We think spending $150 million of taxpayers' money on a new coal-fired power station is the exact opposite of what most Australians would be wanting them to do with public money. They could be investing that money in energy efficiency and renewable energy, which would reduce our emissions right now, whereas this $150 million will actually contribute to a project which will increase our emissions in Victoria by about 3% each year. So it's a really bad decision. We're pretty confident that we can stop that from going ahead, but it's going to take people around the state and around the country getting active and putting a line in the sand and saying no more polluting coal-fired power stations. We need to fast-track renewable energy and energy efficiency.